Welcome to Zen Mind Peaceful Life, where we explore the depths of the Zodiac, uncovering the mysteries that shape our personalities and destinies. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Aries, a sign known for its bold energy, fiery passion, and undeniably unique traits. But what makes Aries so weird? How do their intense, unpredictable nature and fierce loyalty set them apart from the other signs? And more importantly, how can understanding these quirks help you better connect with those born under this dynamic fire sign? If you've ever wondered why Aries can be so direct, why they pour their heart into everything they do, or why their boundless energy can seem both inspiring and overwhelming at the same time, you're in the right place. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand Aries better but also gain insights into how their distinct personality traits can impact relationships, careers, and even your own personal growth. But here's the catch: as we explore Aries' strange yet captivating qualities, you'll find that their behavior is not just about being weird. It's about the profound layers of passion, strength, and resilience that define them. These traits are part of what makes them stand out in the Zodiac, and understanding them could change how you approach not just Aries but everyone around you. So, stay tuned and let's uncover the mysteries behind this powerful sign. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life. By joining our community, you'll embark on a journey of deeper understanding, peace, and enlightenment. You'll gain unique insights into the Zodiac, astrology, and ways to improve your life from within. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode, and be a part of our growing community. Let's explore the mysteries of the universe together, one sign at a time. Stay with us till the end, there's so much more to discover. 1. Blunt communication, no sugarcoating. One of the most immediately noticeable traits of an Aries is their no-nonsense approach to communication. Whether they're dealing with a friend, a colleague, or a romantic partner, Aries will always speak their mind, no matter how harsh it might seem. Aries is not a fan of beating around the bush or using euphemisms. They value directness and clarity. And they are very likely to tell you exactly what they think, even if it makes the situation awkward or uncomfortable. In a world where most people prefer to sugarcoat the truth or speak in vague terms to avoid conflict, Aries' straightforwardness can be refreshing, or, depending on your perspective, somewhat shocking. Their bluntness can leave others feeling caught off guard. However, for Aries, honesty is the best policy, and they believe that being direct fosters clear communication and genuine connections. The unfiltered truth is an Aries gift, but it's also what makes them seem somewhat weird in social interactions, especially in environments where diplomacy and subtlety are valued. Example: imagine having an Aries boss. If you're not performing well, don't expect a gentle, diplomatic conversation. Instead, you'll hear exactly why your work isn't up to par, what needs to change, and how you can improve. While this might feel uncomfortable at first, you can trust that you'll always get a genuine, no-holds-barred answer, and that honesty can help you improve in the long run. Takeaway: if you're someone who prefers a soft approach in communication, understanding Aries' directness can help avoid taking their honesty personally. And if you're an Aries, embrace the power of your words, they come from a place of clarity and truth. 2. All in when it comes to love. When an Aries loves, they love fiercely and without reservation. If you're in a relationship with an Aries, you'll quickly learn that they approach love with the same intensity and passion that they bring to every other aspect of their life. There's no halfway for an Aries. They will invest everything they have into a relationship, giving their time, energy, and heart with full commitment. But this all-or-nothing approach to love is part of what makes them stand out, and can make them seem a little weird by today's relationship standards. In an era where emotional walls are often erected to protect the self, Aries has no fear of being vulnerable. They don't hesitate to wear their hearts on their sleeves, and they believe in giving love fully without expecting anything in return. This emotional openness can be intoxicating to those who appreciate intensity in love, but it can also be overwhelming to someone who prefers to take things slow or keep their emotions guarded. Example, consider an Aries in a romantic relationship. They will prioritize their partner's needs, be it emotional support, attention, or affection, often at the expense of their own. While this devotion is admirable, it can be exhausting for those who are not accustomed to such strong expressions of love. Takeaway: if you're in a relationship with an Aries, appreciate their genuine commitment, but be aware that they might need reassurance that their love is being reciprocated. If you're an Aries, remember that healthy relationships require mutual effort. And love should never come at the expense of your emotional well-being. 3. Boundless energy. Aries is often described as the Energizer Bunny of the Zodiac, constantly active, perpetually on the go, and rarely, if ever, slowing down. The sheer amount of energy Aries exudes is staggering, and it's not just limited to physical activity. This constant drive to do, to create, to lead, and to conquer can make Aries seem like they're powered by a never-ending source of energy. Whether they're taking on a new project, embarking on an adventure, or simply navigating their daily routine, Aries is always ready to charge ahead at full speed. Their boundless enthusiasm can be both inspiring and, at times, overwhelming. For those who prefer a more leisurely pace, Aries' high energy might be a little too much to handle. Their restlessness and need for constant movement can leave others feeling drained or unsure of how to keep up with them. Example, picture an Aries at work. They're the ones who will jump headfirst into a new project, stay late to finish tasks, and often take on more responsibility than anyone else. While this drive can lead to success, it also sets a fast pace that can exhaust those around them. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, learn to channel your energy effectively and give yourself breaks. For others, it's important to recognize that Aries energy is an asset. They are highly motivated individuals who can inspire you to do more, but be sure to communicate your own limits to avoid burnout. 4. Unpredictable temper. Aries is a fire sign, and like fire, their temper can flare up unexpectedly. They are known for their quick, intense reactions to frustration or anger. Unlike many people who bottle up their feelings or try to keep their emotions in check, Aries wears their emotions on their sleeve. When they're angry, you'll know it, and it can come on fast. One moment they might be cheerful and full of energy, and the next, they could be shouting over something that seems relatively insignificant to others. What's fascinating about Aries, however, is how quickly they can let go of their anger. While their outbursts may feel explosive, they rarely hold on to grudges. Once their anger has been expressed, they move on just as quickly, often returning to their happy, energetic self as if nothing ever happened. Example, imagine an Aries in a social situation. If they feel slighted or upset, they might snap, causing everyone in the room to pause and wonder what just happened. However, moments later, they'll be back to their energetic self, joking around and forgetting what even set them off. Takeaway: if you're in a relationship or friendship with an Aries, learning to handle their emotional highs and lows is key. Don't take their anger personally, it's usually brief and doesn't carry long-term weight. For Aries, understanding how to temper your reactions and find ways to deal with frustration in healthier ways can lead to deeper, more stable connections. 5. Perceived as ruthless. Aries has a reputation for being ruthlessly determined. They are fiercely competitive, and they pursue their goals with single-minded focus. When they want something, they go after it with all their might. While this is one of Aries' greatest strengths, allowing them to succeed in various fields, it can also come off as cold or indifferent to others. Aries isn't afraid to step on a few toes if it means reaching their goal, which can sometimes make them appear ruthless or uncaring. This drive to succeed can be misinterpreted by others who prioritize empathy or cooperation over individual ambition. Aries, however, doesn't view their competitive nature as a flaw. Instead, they see it as a necessity in the pursuit of success, something that fuels their need to overcome challenges and reach their goals. Example, in a work setting, an Aries will often put the team's success second to their own. They'll push hard for promotions, recognition, or any opportunity that advances their personal or professional goals. To some, this might feel as though Aries is too focused on winning, sometimes at the expense of harmony or collaboration. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, try to balance your competitive nature with an awareness of those around you. Working with others and finding common ground can often lead to more success than pursuing your goals alone. For others, understanding that Aries is driven by an intense desire to succeed can help mitigate any feelings of resentment or competition. 6. Honesty is non-negotiable. Aries has a deep commitment to honesty, and for them, it's a fundamental part of any relationship. They are incredibly transparent and expect the same level of openness from others. This no-nonsense approach to truth-telling can sometimes feel like a breath of fresh air, but it can also be a bit intense, especially when people around them are used to playing it safe with white lies or half-truths. For Aries, the pursuit of honesty is non-negotiable, and they will go to great lengths to ensure that communication stays pure and clear. Unlike many other signs, Aries doesn't believe in sugarcoating things or avoiding uncomfortable truths. They see honesty as essential to building trust and authentic connections. But this insistence on transparency can sometimes create awkward situations, particularly when people feel their secrets or insecurities are being exposed. Aries, however, doesn't shy away from confrontation if it means addressing an uncomfortable truth, and their approach can often bring clarity, even if it creates temporary tension. Example, picture an Aries in a romantic relationship. If something bothers them, they'll bring it up immediately, no hesitation, and expect their partner to do the same. This can feel refreshing if both partners value honesty. But it can also be jarring for someone who prefers to keep certain issues unspoken or subtle. Takeaway: if you're dealing with an Aries, understand that their honesty comes from a place of respect and transparency. If you're an Aries, while your honesty is valuable, be mindful of how your bluntness might affect others, especially in sensitive situations. 7. Prioritizing themselves first. At first glance, it may seem that Aries is self-centered, as they often prioritize their own well-being and goals. This can appear selfish, especially in a society that celebrates selflessness and putting others first. However, Aries' focus on themselves is often rooted in a healthy understanding of personal boundaries and self-care. They believe that in order to help others, they must first take care of themselves, whether that means focusing on their career, personal development, or simply their mental health. This me-first approach can be difficult for people who expect constant self-sacrifice in relationships or friendships. Aries, however, is not neglecting others by prioritizing themselves. Instead, they are ensuring they remain strong, centered, and capable of offering the best of themselves to the world. By setting boundaries and taking time for their own needs, Aries can maintain the energy and focus needed to be fully present for others when they choose to be. Example, in a group project, Aries may take charge and assert their ideas with confidence, but they'll also be the first to ensure they have the time and space to recharge. While others may view this as selfishness, it's actually Aries' way of ensuring they perform at their best. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, remember that taking time for yourself is essential for maintaining balance and achieving long-term success. For others, respecting Aries' need for independence and self-care can lead to healthier, more fulfilling relationships. 8. Hiding pain behind strength. Beneath Aries' fierce exterior, there lies a vulnerability that they often keep hidden from the world. They have an exceptional ability to mask their pain and personal struggles behind a facade of strength and resilience. Aries is known for their bravery and toughness, which often leads people to believe that they are impervious to hardship. But the truth is, Aries, like everyone else, experiences emotional pain. The difference is that they rarely show it. Rather than leaning on others for emotional support or openly expressing their vulnerabilities, Aries tends to process their pain privately. This can be admirable, as it shows their inner strength and independence. However, it can also make them seem emotionally distant or even cold to those around them who might expect them to open up or seek comfort in difficult times. Example: imagine an Aries friend who is going through a tough time. They may put on a brave face, continuing to push forward and act unaffected, even though they're struggling inside. While they won't ask for help, they are often secretly dealing with their own pain in private. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, consider finding a safe space where you can express vulnerability without feeling weak. For others, understanding that Aries may be hiding their true feelings can foster greater empathy and support for them when they do decide to open up. 9. Cautious of negative energy. Aries has an innate ability to sense when something is off. They are highly attuned to the energy of those around them and can instinctively spot negativity or dishonesty. This sensitivity to energy is one of the things that makes Aries stand out. They have a natural radar for spotting insincerity or deceit, and they avoid people who bring drama or negativity into their lives. For Aries, maintaining positive and authentic relationships is crucial to their happiness, and they will go out of their way to avoid toxic environments. This ability to sense negative energy can sometimes be seen as paranoia, especially by those who are more trusting of others. Aries, however, sees it as a necessary survival mechanism. They are fiercely protective of their inner peace and will do whatever it takes to maintain it. This selective approach to relationships can make them appear distant or overly cautious, but it's simply their way of ensuring they remain surrounded by positive, supportive influences. Example: if an Aries senses that someone in their friend group is causing unnecessary drama or negativity, they may distance themselves from that person without hesitation, choosing to protect their own energy rather than get involved in conflicts. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, trust your instincts and be selective about who you allow into your circle. For others, understanding that Aries' cautious nature is rooted in self-protection can help foster mutual respect in relationships. 10. Natural-born leaders. One of Aries' most striking qualities is their innate leadership ability. They are born to lead, and they thrive in situations where they can take charge. Whether it's at work, in social situations, or within their family or friend groups, Aries is always looking for opportunities to take the reins and guide others. This natural drive to lead can make them seem a bit overbearing to those who prefer a more collaborative approach. But Aries doesn't do things halfway. They want to take charge, make decisions, and lead their teams to success. Aries' leadership style is often bold and direct, and they're not afraid to make tough decisions. This can be inspiring to those who are looking for direction, but it can also be intimidating to those who may not be as comfortable with taking risks or stepping into the spotlight. Aries doesn't wait for permission to act. They take initiative and trust their instincts to get things done. Example: in a group setting, an Aries is the one who will step forward, offer solutions, and take the lead without hesitation. They may not always consider the opinions of others right away, but their confidence and decisiveness often propel the group forward. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, embrace your leadership qualities but remember to balance your assertiveness with a willingness to listen to others. For those working with an Aries, respect their confidence, but also make sure your own voice is heard in group decisions. 11. Finding common ground is essential. One of the most distinctive traits of Aries is their need for meaningful connections. They don't settle for surface-level relationships. Whether in friendship or romance, Aries requires deep, passionate engagement with others. For Aries, connection means sharing interests, hobbies, and a sense of mutual excitement. They need partners and friends who share their enthusiasm for life, their love for adventure, and their hunger for new experiences. This desire for a deeper bond can make relationships with Aries feel intense, stimulating, and fulfilling, but it can also make them seem demanding or difficult to approach. Unlike other signs who might engage in casual conversations or relationships, Aries values authenticity and requires real compatibility. This makes them incredibly selective when it comes to the people they allow into their inner circle. Aries seeks out those who can match their energy and passion for life. If someone fails to keep up with their zest for exploration, Aries may lose interest quickly and move on to more exciting, fulfilling connections. Example: an Aries may immediately bond with someone over a shared interest, such as traveling, sports, or creative projects. They thrive on genuine connections and want to build relationships that are mutually stimulating, rather than simply maintaining pleasantries. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, take the time to nurture your friendships and relationships by exploring shared passions and fostering genuine connections. For others, understanding Aries' need for common ground can help you create more meaningful, rewarding interactions. 12. Unshakable loyalty. When it comes to loyalty, Aries takes it to an entirely new level. If they love someone, whether a partner, friend, or family member, they are fiercely devoted. Aries doesn't do anything halfway, and that includes their commitments. If they choose to stand by you, they will be there through thick and thin, offering unwavering support. For Aries, loyalty isn't just a trait, it's a core part of their character. They expect the same level of devotion in return, and when that loyalty is betrayed, it can be difficult for them to forgive. Once their trust is broken, rebuilding it is an uphill battle. This intense loyalty is part of what makes Aries such a passionate and dedicated partner. Whether it's in love, friendship, or family, Aries will go to great lengths to protect those they care about. They are the type of person who will stand by your side in any situation, even if it means taking on challenges themselves. However, their loyalty also comes with high expectations, which can sometimes make them seem overwhelming to others. Example: if you've ever been close to an Aries, you've likely experienced their willingness to fight for you. If you're going through a tough time, they'll drop everything to help. But, on the flip side, if you betray their trust, they'll cut ties without hesitation. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, remember that loyalty is a two-way street. It's important to balance your devotion with mutual trust. For others, recognize that Aries' loyalty is a rare and valuable gift that shouldn't be taken lightly. 13. Reserved affection. Despite their fiery and bold nature, Aries can actually be quite reserved when it comes to showing affection. While they may be quick to love, they don't easily show their softer side to just anyone. Aries' affection is reserved for those who have earned their trust and respect. They don't believe in spreading their warmth to everyone they meet. Instead, they are selective about who they allow into their inner circle and show deep affection towards. For those outside this close-knit group, Aries can appear cold, aloof, or indifferent. This selectivity can make Aries seem distant or hard to approach, especially since they tend to be more guarded with their emotions than they let on. Once someone breaks through Aries' protective shell, however, they'll experience a level of loyalty and warmth that few others ever will. Their affection, while rare, is incredibly intense and genuine. And they expect the same from those they let into their inner world. Example: an Aries might initially appear standoffish or even aloof at a social gathering. However, once they form a strong bond with someone, they will go above and beyond to show their affection and support in deeply personal ways. Takeaway: if you're trying to connect with an Aries, be patient and respectful of their boundaries. Once they trust you, their affection will be unwavering. For Aries, it's important to remember that showing vulnerability can create stronger, more meaningful relationships. 14. Asking for help is a sign of trust. Aries is fiercely independent. They value their autonomy and are more than capable of handling most situations on their own. In fact, they tend to prefer solving problems themselves rather than seeking help from others. However, when an Aries does ask for assistance, it's not because they are incapable. On the contrary, it's because they deeply trust the person they're reaching out to. Asking for help is a rare and meaningful gesture for Aries, and it speaks to the level of trust they have in a person. This is what makes their requests for assistance so special. Aries doesn't seek help lightly. When they do, it is a form of emotional vulnerability that they offer only to those they believe have earned their trust and respect. This quality can make their rare requests for help feel deeply significant and important. Example: if an Aries reaches out to you for help with something personal, it's a big deal. They value their independence highly, so when they ask for support, it is a testament to how much they trust you. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, understand that asking for help is a powerful way to build trust and strengthen relationships. For others, recognize that when Aries seeks assistance, it's a sign that they truly value and respect you. 15. Clear views on life and love. Aries is known for their straightforward, no-nonsense approach to life, and this extends to their views on love as well. Unlike many people who may overcomplicate relationships or allow emotions to cloud their judgment, Aries has a crystal-clear perspective. They view love as an important part of life, but not the only part. Aries knows that love should enhance their life, not define it. They approach relationships with passion and intensity, but they also maintain their sense of individuality and personal goals. This balance between romance and independence makes Aries' approach to love both unique and refreshing. They don't get lost in the idea of love as the ultimate goal, but they do recognize its power and importance in their life. For Aries, love is about sharing experiences and building something meaningful. But it should never overshadow their personal growth, ambitions, or freedom. Example: an Aries in a relationship will be loving and devoted, but they will also expect their partner to respect their independence. They won't settle for a relationship that stifles their personal goals or passions. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, it's important to find a balance between love and independence. For others, understanding Aries' approach to relationships can help foster a healthier dynamic, one that allows both partners to grow while still sharing a deep, passionate bond. 16. Selective friendships. Aries doesn't waste time with superficial friendships. They value authenticity and depth in their relationships, and they are incredibly selective about who they allow into their inner circle. An Aries doesn't settle for shallow interactions. They crave connections that stimulate them, challenge them, and allow for real, meaningful conversations. As a result, their friendships are often intense, dynamic, and full of energy, but they also come with high expectations. Aries is fiercely loyal to those they trust, but gaining that trust isn't always easy. Aries needs friends who share their passions, enthusiasm, and drive. They aren't interested in casual acquaintanceships, and if someone doesn't meet their standards for honesty, loyalty, or energy, they won't hesitate to distance themselves. This can make them appear distant or standoffish to those who don't know them well, but once they've chosen someone as a friend, they'll be there for them through thick and thin. Example: if you're in Aries' social circle, you know that they'll always have your back, but you also need to be real with them. If you're fake or dishonest, you won't make it far in their world. Takeaway: for Aries, true friendship is about finding someone who shares their enthusiasm and loyalty. For others, understanding that Aries' selectiveness is rooted in valuing authenticity can help foster mutual respect. 17. Bold and fearless nature. Aries is often seen as the boldest sign in the zodiac. They charge forward without hesitation, unafraid of the risks or challenges that lie ahead. This fearless attitude is one of Aries' defining qualities. When they set their sights on a goal or challenge, they dive in headfirst, believing in their own abilities and the power of their determination. This confidence, combined with their daring nature, often leads them to success in areas where others might hesitate or shy away. However, Aries' boldness can sometimes be seen as recklessness. Their willingness to take risks without fully considering the consequences can lead to impulsive decisions or unexpected outcomes. But for Aries, it's all part of the adventure. They believe that the greatest rewards come to those who are willing to leap before they look, and their fearlessness often inspires those around them to take their own leaps of faith. Example: Aries are often the first ones to start a new business venture, take on a challenging project, or push boundaries in their personal life. Their bravery makes them natural pioneers, willing to test the waters where others might hold back. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, don't be afraid to take risks, but remember that being bold also means being responsible for your actions. For others, learning from Aries' fearless nature can teach you to embrace new challenges with confidence. 18. Impatience and the need for instant gratification. Aries has an intense desire for action and results, which often leads them to become impatient when things aren't moving at the speed they want. In a world where delays, waiting, and patience are often required, Aries may find these things difficult to deal with. They are known for wanting things to happen immediately, and if they don't see quick results, their frustration can build. Their impatience can sometimes lead them to act impulsively, pushing them to make decisions without thinking them through. This need for instant gratification can cause Aries to act hastily in situations where patience is required. It can also make them seem restless or unsatisfied, even when things are going well. Aries thrives on action, and when things slow down or don't meet their expectations, they may get discouraged. This impatience can also extend to relationships, where they might want to see progress or results quickly, whether it's in a personal goal or in their love life. Example: in a work environment, Aries might get frustrated if a project isn't moving quickly enough. They'll often take matters into their own hands, pushing things forward, but sometimes they might overlook the necessary steps or details because they're so eager for results. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, learning to manage your impatience can help you achieve greater long-term success. If you're working with an Aries, recognize that their impatience comes from their intense drive, and provide clear communication to keep them on track. 19. The desire to be first. As the first sign of the zodiac, Aries is naturally drawn to leadership and competition. They want to be number one in everything they do, and they'll stop at nothing to achieve that. Whether it's in their career, relationships, or personal projects, Aries' competitive spirit drives them to be the best. This relentless drive to win can sometimes make them seem overly focused on themselves, especially when others are content with just participating. For Aries, second place is never an option. They are always striving for first. Their desire to be first is not just about ego, it's about proving to themselves that they are capable of achieving greatness. Aries needs the thrill of victory and the satisfaction of knowing they have overcome obstacles to come out on top. This competitive nature can sometimes make Aries appear intense or even ruthless in their pursuit of success, but it's all part of their nature. Example: in a friendly competition, an Aries will go all in. Whether it's a sport, a business competition, or even a casual game, Aries will always aim to win. They push themselves to be the best, often inspiring others with their determination. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, embrace your competitive spirit but be mindful of how it affects others. For others, understanding Aries' need to be first can help you appreciate their drive and the passion they bring to everything they do. 20. Complex and adventurous personality. Aries is known for their simplicity and straightforward nature, but beneath the surface lies a complexity that often surprises people. They are a blend of independence, adventure, and deep emotional layers. Aries is always seeking new challenges, pushing boundaries, and looking for the next adventure, whether that means exploring new places or seeking out new personal experiences. This constant desire for novelty can make Aries seem unpredictable or difficult to understand at times. At their core, Aries wants to explore the world and experience everything it has to offer. They are natural adventurers, eager to break free from the ordinary and seek out excitement. But this adventurous side also means that Aries often craves depth and purpose. They are constantly questioning and challenging themselves, trying to find meaning in their experiences and pushing their limits. This balance between their outward boldness and their inner complexity makes them one of the most fascinating and unpredictable signs in the zodiac. Example: an Aries might take a spontaneous trip abroad, not just for the thrill of travel but to gain new perspectives and experiences that deepen their understanding of themselves. Their adventures are often a quest for personal growth. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, embrace your complexity and give yourself permission to explore both the world and your own inner depths. For others, understanding that Aries' love for adventure is rooted in personal growth can help foster a deeper connection with them. 21. Impetuous decisions. Aries' impulsive nature often leads them to make snap decisions without considering all the facts. Driven by their need for action and results, Aries can sometimes leap into situations without taking the time to think things through. This impetuosity is part of what makes Aries so bold. But it can also be a source of frustration for those around them, especially when their quick decisions don't work out as planned. Aries often feels the need to act immediately, which can be both a strength and a weakness. On one hand, their ability to act quickly can help them seize opportunities before anyone else. On the other hand, their lack of consideration for consequences can sometimes lead to mistakes or missed opportunities. This impulsive nature can make them seem reckless, but it's simply the way they're wired to move through the world, always on the go, always charging forward. Example: in a business decision, an Aries might take action without fully researching the market, trusting their gut instincts to drive them forward. While this can sometimes lead to success, it can also result in costly mistakes if things don't go as planned. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, learning to slow down and evaluate situations more carefully can help prevent unnecessary mistakes. For others, understanding that Aries' impulsive behavior comes from a need for action can help you navigate their fast-paced approach to life. 22. The eternal optimist. Despite their fiery temper and intense personality, Aries is also known for their incredible optimism. They believe that anything is possible if they put their mind to it. This optimism is infectious and can inspire others to take action, even when the odds seem stacked against them. Aries' positive attitude allows them to stay focused on their goals, even in the face of adversity. Their unwavering belief in their own abilities and their future success can sometimes be seen as naivety or overconfidence, but it's what keeps them pushing forward, no matter the challenges they face. Aries refuses to be bogged down by negativity or failure. They take setbacks in stride, using them as stepping stones to greater achievements. This eternal optimism is part of what makes Aries so resilient and determined. Example: when faced with a major obstacle, an Aries won't dwell on what went wrong. Instead, they'll immediately start thinking about how they can fix it or overcome it, often inspiring others with their ability to stay hopeful and determined. Takeaway: if you're an Aries, your optimism is a powerful tool, just make sure you balance it with realistic assessments of situations. For others, understanding that Aries' optimism fuels their ambition can help you appreciate their positive outlook and infectious energy. Aries, as the first sign of the zodiac, carries a unique energy that can be both captivating and bewildering. Their dynamic personality, fueled by the fiery influence of Mars, shapes them into individuals who are bold, determined, and always ready to take on the next challenge. Whether it's their no-nonsense communication, their all-in approach to love, their boundless energy, or their competitive spirit, Aries stands out as a force to be reckoned with in the zodiac. However, behind their bold and sometimes intimidating exterior, Aries is much more than just a fiery personality. They are deeply loyal, fiercely independent, and unafraid to embrace vulnerability when it comes to the people they trust. Their impatience, impulsiveness, and desire for constant action often drive them to make quick decisions. But it's these very traits that push them forward in life. Their clear view on life and love, coupled with an adventurous spirit, makes them one of the most fascinating signs to understand. For those who are Aries, it's important to embrace the complexity of your personality, the confidence, the passion, and the intensity, while also being mindful of the impact it has on those around you. Understanding your own traits and learning to balance them with patience and introspection can help you thrive in all areas of life. For others who are interacting with an Aries, Remember that behind their boldness lies a heart full of loyalty and a deep desire for connection. Aries may be weird in the eyes of some, but their uniqueness is what makes them so special and worth understanding. In the end, Aries' eccentricities are not flaws, but facets of their strong, adventurous, and vibrant character. They teach us to be fearless in pursuing our passions, to take risks, and to never back down from challenges. Their determination, combined with their unwavering optimism, serves as a reminder that sometimes, in order to truly succeed, you must leap before you look. Embrace your Aries qualities, learn from their example, and you'll find that their energy and spirit can inspire greatness in everyone they encounter. As we conclude this journey into the intriguing world of Aries, remember that the stars might guide us, but it is our choices and actions that shape our destiny. So, whether you're an Aries or someone trying to understand them, there's much to learn from their courage, passion, and relentless pursuit of greatness.